Consistency on pay. What is that? What is consistency on pay, and how do you actually create a formula around that so when you're working these apps, you're always basically getting consistently paid all the time? Okay? Welcome back to my channel. If you can, subscribe to my channel. Gives you all the tips and tricks on everything with DoorDash, GrubHub, Walmart, Sparks in the moment right now with my 6 years of experience giving it to the gig economy in real time and answering any questions that I basically research online to then give it to you so that if you decide to want to do the gig apps and actually come into the gig world, you know what you're getting yourself into. I wish people had said this to me in the past a long time ago. But I only basically had to step in myself to actually feel it. And basically, that's the bottom line. You got to step in it to understand it and to feel it. And most of the questions that I've researched online is basically the level of consistency. Maxing out the apps, using the apps to maintain that consistent income every single week, every single day, every single hour, because you're not getting paid by the hour. You're not getting paid a salary. You have to be aware of what you're getting into when you get into this. Now, a lot of people will always say, DoorDash this, or GrubHub that, or they'll put it down. But the one thing that I love about these companies is that they move in silence. They don't react to the negative bias of what people say. And we, as humans, sometimes take things for granted. I'm going to put myself out there myself and say it straight out. I sometimes take DoorDash for granted. Okay? But when push comes to shove, and when you're multi-apping, and when you know you're out there by yourself, no one taking care of you, no one there for you, just you and your sheer will, commitment and focus, these apps rise to the occasion. They rise to the occasion. So when it comes to consistency in income, the best way to lean on consistency in income and to create consistency in income is to be consistent with your time. Be consistent in your market. If you find a good, solid market that has all three apps that can work very well, stay consistent in that market. Trust that market. Don't be driving all over the place. Stay in that market. Trust that market. How do you trust that market? By working it consistently over and over again. Remember, you're convincing your mind that it works. And as you convince your mind and you get the results from it, you start to realize, okay, I got a consistent market. This works. I like this. I got my apps. I'm being consistent. I'm staying with my hours. I'm being consistent. This is how you generate consistent income. Okay? On a consistent basis. Every single day. Every single hour. Every single week. This is how you do it. And if you bring order to your flow, you can do it all the time. You can roughly guesstimate where you're going to hit. I, for one, am a good micromanager to myself. When I see the earning potential that I have here, I look at it and say, okay, how did I do last week compared to this week? What time did I start? What time did I turn the apps on? When did I start taking my first delivery? When did I end my last delivery? And how much did I make? How much did I put in for gas for that day? Subtract it from the total amount. How much did I spend money on food? Did I go out and eat? Subtract it from the amount that day. I keep track of that stuff. I'm very meticulous with that. Very methodical. Okay? And it's good to be that way because in the end, you'll see exactly how much you make per hour or how much you make for the day. Even now as I'm building my YouTube content creation And my goal is to monetize my channel, and hopefully as you guys are on this journey with me because you're subscribing to my channel, I'm going to keep mentioning it to you and letting you know how I'm doing. Okay, and I'm growing it little by little. Thank you so much for your subscription. Thank you so much for being there with me on this journey. And I'll keep you posted as I'm growing it from time to time. Okay? You have to be meticulous. You have to be, you have to micromanage yourself to know your own earning potential. And that's what I do. I basically know what my earning potential is in my market so that this way I can continue pushing the gamut. Just a little more. Just a little more. Maybe if I add one more hour here. Maybe if I throw in an extra half hour there. Can it make a difference? Okay? You have to challenge yourself to be able to push yourself to see how much you can get out of your market. And if you're following the 3 basic rules, managing your market, managing your time, managing all 3 apps at full strength, you will more or less know the pulse speed of your market. Okay? Then it just comes down to just micromanaging yourself. Writing down your start time, your end time. How much did you make that day? How well did you do on Tuesday? How well did you do on Wednesday? It's always going to fluctuate. But if you can keep track of your numbers, you can then look back and say, well, how did I do last Tuesday? How did I do last Wednesday? Okay, this is good. So I did this much that day. So I can probably work another 8 hours and probably hit close to that number. You have to be very micromanaged with yourself to know what your potential is. You have to know how much you can actually make, the time frames, the hours to maintain consistency. Okay? Not just doing it willy-nilly. Because you do it that way, that's like me trying to tell you, let's go travel to California. Okay, let's not use no map, no GPS. Let's just find our way to get there. You're going to be going through so many different ways to get there when you can have a consistent approach to how much money you want to make per week. And you study your market. You study yourself. You study what are the hours that work well for you. How can I create work-life balance from this? Do I need 2 days off? Do I need 1 day off? Am I okay with that? How can I be able to do this? Maybe go to the gym and work out and then get out and work. When you know your stats, when you know your numbers and you're multi-apping, you have more wide range control of how your day flows. And you have more or less of an idea of how much you're going to make for the day. This way you don't beat yourself up when situations happen. You don't come down hard on yourself when you have a bad day. Okay? That's the main thing. Keep stats on yourself. Major stats. You could put them on a notepad in your phone. You can put them on a memo in your phone in a calendar. This way you can always go back and look and see, well, what did I do last Tuesday? Maybe I should take off Tuesday and work Wednesday instead. And then you'll sharpen everything like a laser, and you'll know what your days are going to be like from week to week to week to week. That is the highest level of consistency you can have with yourself in making that kind of income. This way, even if you start to realize that you have these ups and downs during the week, they're natural. They're part of the gig economy. When apps go down, when you have to rely on DoorDash till this app comes back up, or when certain things happen, when it's slow at the store, it's natural. Your mind starts to believe it. You start to realize and you start to understand, this is natural. It just comes with the territory. These are the things that you will say to yourself to keep yourself motivated, to keep yourself driven on a consistent basis. This is the way the gig economy is. Keep yourself up. Okay? When you're out there by yourself, you're keeping yourself up constantly. And if you want to keep yourself up, come visit my channel. I'll keep you up. We'll keep you up, even in the comments section. Okay? We have to keep ourselves up because you got to realize how good you have it. Okay? In this day and age when inflation is high, when companies are laying people off, and yeah, there are more drivers out there in the gig economy, but the pie is huge. You have the ability yourself to even start a YouTube channel just like I'm doing right now. Maybe there's some kind of resources that you can pass on to the world just like I'm doing. I see the resources I'm passing on to people. I see my viewership. It's pumping me up. It's making me feel great about leaving a legacy behind or giving something to people that they can use for themselves out there. We need this. We want this. That's what I'm here for. And I'm hoping that you're getting great value out of this, because this is me in real time. This is me in the trenches. And let me tell you something. It's not all that bad. It really isn't. It all depends on your situation. Me, I'm grateful for it. And I'm grateful every single day. And I know God is out there with me all the time. So you got to find what the gig economy means to you. But if you want consistency in your income, you have to hold yourself accountable. You got to track your results. You got to see how you're doing. Because when you can look back at those results and you can say, wow, okay, I did good on Tuesday, or I did good on Monday. Okay, I'm on pace. I can look at my stats right now and I can say, okay, I'm on pace. I'm on pace. I could take a day off today. I'm good. I don't have to ask someone, a boss or a manager, that I have to take a day off. No, I can take a day off right now. Let's say if you're sick and you need to take a day off, you could do it. You don't have to call in sick. You are your own boss. It's a great friggin' feeling. It really is. It's very intoxicating. You know, it's amazing. I always say to myself, if I had no choice whatsoever, I would go work for a company because I have no choice. But I do have a choice. I decide to do this for as long as possible. I do have a choice because I'm making this YouTube channel right now, giving you real live content of my escapades out there, of my challenges, of my ups and downs. And I'm hoping that it helps you. That's why I say leave comments below. Subscribe to my channel. Give me 2 thumbs up. It's great for the algorithm. So this way you always see me inspiring you. And letting you know whether you're retired or whether it's part-time for you, the gig economy is still strong. You just got to look at it with different eyes. And ask yourself, what do you want out of it? And if you want that consistent income, you have to hold yourself accountable. Know how much you want to make. If you want to make $100 a day, doable. If you want to make $150 a day, doable. But you got to know your market. And when you increase your chances with more apps, hence the Multi-App Hustler channel, that's what we're all about here, is multi-apping to the best of our abilities to increase our profitabilities and making that money for any reason that you need it for, either switching for a job or building a YouTube channel like me or finding another business, whatever it may be. It's out there. You just got to know how to use it the right way. This is your time, so be consistent. Stay consistent, micromanage yourself very well, and you will see that consistent income all the time. Have a great day today, and I will see you next time, and I'll bring you more research on what I find on the markets, so that this way I can give it to you in real time. Any searches that are possibly happening out there, I research those so I can pass them on to you in real time from what I do, and hopefully it helps you. Subscribe to my channel. Have a great day.